Welcome to the Wiregrass of Alabama in Troy and home to the Troy Trojans. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Trojans will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Louisiana's offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So now it's second and long. Back to pass, it's Howard. Got his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you've got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
The Raging Cajuns decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. So Troy's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to...
Brings him to the open. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Troy. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
This is a great play by the defensive back, and I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field, your back's to the play, and you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and take it back. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They just did didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Back to pass on second down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Crowder. Oh, they're after him. And here's Flack. Missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. Turning it on. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the Trojans look to keep this drive humming. Wants to keep it in the air. Quick completion on the out route. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Got enough for the first. There he goes to the left. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by 7 over Texas A&M. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to...
He lets one fly deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Finds a spot in the middle. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Okay, ready.
And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. On target to the left. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Sampson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
The running back has it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one. They're facing a 3rd down. We've come to the end of the period. It's Troy holding the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To the air, it's Howard. Under fire. He's got it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Raging Cajuns will try to put 1 on the board on 1st and goal. They'll give it to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Oh, he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Can't find his man, as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Hand off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Complete to the left. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover.
There he goes. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Trojans have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Thomas. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time.
Got some room headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Troy.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Looking downfield, it's Howard. Catch in the middle, it's Robertson. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Okay, ready?
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16. And the Raging Cajuns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Got enough space. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Raging Cajuns had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Louisiana! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I think it's easy to say, run the option, run the option. Well, you got to be able to see it quickly and make quick decisions. Nice job by the QB, getting the ball to his playmaker. He catches it. He can do the rest. Takes it to the house for 6.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Rutgers proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Scarlet Knights team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And it's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let them go to work.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Crowder. With the catch, it's Dortch. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. What a job to lay out and make the catch. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Oh, the head coach has to be losing his mind after all of these penalties. Now it's 1st and 30. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Sets up the screen. Still on his feet at the 35. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't. negative plays early in drives, because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Kick is in the air. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Coates. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll line up for a second down play. That's caught. It's Jensen. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Hauls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Snap from the gun on third down. Fires to the tight end. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cajuns. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Connor. They'll immediately call timeout. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. It's Crowder. Using the quick game. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Trojans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. And here comes the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Punt is on its way. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far in Troy today. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Veterans Memorial Stadium.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game.
So now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
At the 45 on his way. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Crowder. Caught over the middle. It's Lovett. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Taylor. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Touchdown, Troy! And that one will give them the lead.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Shoots it to the left. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the returner goes down. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. From the gun, the running back has it. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got a man. It's Thomas. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Wants to bring it back. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Howard. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got it in the middle, it's Sampson. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. The Raging Cajuns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And now let's see what they come up with on 3rd down after that incompletion. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He wants to take the top off. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they'll send the field goal team. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. Not gonna get there as this defense makes a stand.
Man, I've been a holder. It's never fun to see a field goal blocked because you're so low to the ground and you have that unique perspective. You see the mountain growing in front of you. All those hands going up, and you know that kicker has got no shot. That thing is going to get blocked.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Oregon has some work to do, but go against this team at your own risk. The program who played in the first ever CFP championship is always a threat to come back. They're trailing by 10 to Wisconsin. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Dropping back, it's Crowder. Snagged in the middle, it's Bryant.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's a heat. Trying to... Oh, he's got some space. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and, man, are they in business. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to pass, it's Crowder. Buys a little time with his feet. Touchdown, Trojans! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, and he's hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. Got to make him make a play, but you want to make him throw. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Look at him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the score.
On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The short hands, it's Williams. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Give me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
Hands it off. Across the 45. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Howard. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he makes the catch at the 10. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
That is an unbelievable play by the offense. Not only do you convert third down, not only do you convert third and long, but you get an explosive play that now sets you up on the opponent's goal line, first and goal. Wow.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Touchdown, Louisiana! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, David.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Dropping back, it's Crowder. Looking left. Makes a connection. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn it. And then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Offense in a bunch formation. From the gun, the give, looking for room.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the fifth kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Raging Cajuns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. Runs through a tackle. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quick pass on the fly motion. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Gonna let it fly. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Power football with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Troy.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. Never a doubt. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.